The once king of crypto, Sam Bankman-Fried, has been committed to custody while he awaits extradition to the United States. There may be some inclement weather that will hamper this year's Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade, and Jones Communications Network announces its Person of the Year. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lissy Bastian with your JCN News for this Wednesday, December 21st. Thanks for staying with us. Former cryptocurrency boss Sam Bankman-Fried is anxious to leave the Bahamas, so says his attorney Jerome Roberts. Bankman-Fried waived his right to an extradition trial when he appeared before Magistrate Shaka Seville this morning. It's anticipated that he will be extradited to the United States, where he faces multiple fraud-related charges. Our Caitlin Babb has more in this report.
Fallen FTX boss Sam Bankman-Fried will be extradited to the United States, as he has waived his rights to an extradition hearing when he appeared before Magistrate Shaka Seville Wednesday morning. The 30-year-old, once hailed the king of crypto, was committed to custody while he awaits extradition. Bankman-Fried, who also goes by the initials SBF, Bahamas-based attorney Jerome Roberts, told Magistrate Seville this morning that Bankman-Fried is anxious to leave the Bahamas. SBF had been remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections since last Tuesday after he made known his intent to fight extradition when he appeared before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt following his arrest the day before. Less than a week at the correctional facility, he waived his right to a formal extradition trial. Attorney Roberts requested the transcript of today's hearing, as well as the affidavit that was presented at the court yesterday, which states a compliance with the request of SBF's extradition, noting to the court that his duty is to ensure that when SBF leaves, he is in the best possible position. In that affidavit, SBF is charged in the U.S. with 1 count of wire fraud, 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, 1 count to commit securities fraud, 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering, and 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the USA. During court proceedings, Bankman-Fried addressed the court, reading an affirmation confirming that he signed and requested for an affidavit, as well as confirming that he wishes to waive his right to extradition and is not being forced or coerced. Roberts reiterating SBF's intents are clear, and he is adamant to reimburse customers. He asks Magistrate Shaka to ensure that the offenses charged are the offenses he is tried for. Magistrate Seville says he's appreciative of the contents of the affidavit, adding that he has no doubt that the requested state will carry out their duty based on the treaty. Magistrate Seville also assuring that the extradition will be today. Extradition papers must be signed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Up to news time, it was still uncertain if those documents were signed. SBF is expected to be taken by the U.S. Federal Charter to Brooklyn, New York. For JCN News, I'm Caitlin Babb.
In other court news, the officer accused of conspiracy to commit murder, Corporal Darren Davis, has been granted a $30,000 bail. Davis and his cousin Stephen Davis were both accused earlier this month of conspiracy to commit murder in the case of 43-year-old passport office employee Jason Whitfield, who was found shot to death in his government-issued vehicle just outside his home on Crocus Avenue, Garden Hills. The incident occurred on Saturday, December 3rd. Davis, who worked in the cell block at the Magistrates Court complex, was arrested on December 5th and questioned on the matter. He and his cousin were then formally charged before Magistrate Shaka Seville on December 12th. As a condition of his bail, Davis must wear an ankle bracelet. He is being represented by attorney Ian Cargill. Police have not charged anyone as yet with this killing. 48 illegal migrants are in the custody of the Bahamas Department of Immigration following their apprehension on Tuesday. The migrants, 42 adults and 6 children, were on board a Haitian sloop sighted west of Great Inagua sometime around 7:40 a.m. Continued partnership between the United States Coast Guard, the Royal Bahamas Defense and Police Forces resulted in the interception of that Haitian vessel. Law enforcement officers towed the vessel into the Inagua Basin, where the migrants were medically assessed and then handed over to immigration officials. Police investigations continue in this matter. For nearly 3 years now, Bahamians from all walks of life and cultural enthusiasts have been waiting for this time of year. Boxing Day Junkanoo is just 4 days away, but there may be some hiccups. Junkanoo officials say they are on the alert for possible inclement weather, which could impact this year's 2022 Boxing Day parade. This much coming from Cultural Officer Elrie DeVoe.
The JCNP is the persons or the partners who we work along with. I think we have a 10-day weather forecast. So they are watching that now. So and we do see weather this weekend. But however they will make that call.
Now, weather is not the only concern for this year's parades. Minister of Culture Mario Boleg telling reporters today that as both parades are oversubscribed and completely sold out, police officials intend to up the ante when it comes to security. They will increase manpower to ensure the safety of Junkanoo goers.
We anticipate overcrowding. Had a conversation with the commissioner, and we have strengthened the security awareness of manpower that will be on Bay Street, which will be a combination of police and defense force officers that will ensure that the safety of all those individuals will be kept who decide to come on Bay Street. Seating will be a problem because all the tickets are gone, and I want people to stop calling me. I don't have no tickets. I really don't have no more tickets. We are not responsible for the sales of tickets. JCNP is responsible for the sales of those tickets with partnership with Alive, and I've spoken to both of them, and all of the seats are gone.
So for those who intend to try their hand in snatching up a seat, Junkanoo officials are advising you to prepare to stand up on the sidelines for some hours, as security will be strictly enforced. For those with proper tickets and credentials will have first access. Well, the highly anticipated 2022 and 2023 Junkanoo parades are going to be finger-licking good, as KFC partners with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. KFC, one of the largest fast food franchises in the Bahamas, has donated $30,000 for the upcoming cultural events. KFC's Director of Operations, Mario Cash, says this monetary gift is in an effort to keep the Bahamian culture alive.
KFC is honored to have played a small part in keeping the spirit of Junkanoo at the forefront of the Bahamian culture with our Junkanoo Bucket campaign that we've had during the past 2 years while we were not able to have in-person Junkanoo parades due to the global pandemic. KFC is extremely excited to see the return of Junkanoo back to Bay Street for this upcoming Boxing Day parade. We're also proud to sponsor with the Ministry of Youth Culture with a donation of $30,000 to the culture. And we'd also like to thank the Minister for this participation in this event.
Chairman of the National Junkanoo Committee, NJC, Warren Andrew Pinder, says corporate sponsorship like KFC's aligns with the minister's mandate for the expansion of Junkanoo.
This is a very significant moment in that we can bring branded corporate sponsors such as KFC into the Junkanoo arena, where persons will be able to understand that we are moving Junkanoo beyond the funding and trying to make sure that it grows. The minister has mandated us to seek ways in which we can expand Junkanoo, and this is one of the ways in which it is important to bring our corporate sponsorship to the arena. And I'd like to thank them for coming on board with the National Junkanoo Committee.
You're watching JCN News. When we return, Bahamas Food Network receiving a sizable donation, police seeking your help in finding 5 armed robbers, and hear who's JCN's Person of the Year. Stay with us.